E04 on 433. Baker, Robinson, Roy, Plumley. Radio 4's UK with me.
And now it's time to go over to Radioactive.
It's just after 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm Mike Channel, and if you've not heard the show before, then join the club, because it's the first time I've had the honour of hosting this particular programme, as my normal peak time mid-morning show is being hosted currently by the young and ambitious Mike Flex. Anyway, it's 2 minutes past 3 in the morning, and we're going to take this opportunity of looking at some of the highlights of this big day here on radio.
Late night radio. The Mike Channel Show. On late night radio.
Repeat after 3. And the time just moving along nicely at this late hour. I hope you're having a good time. I'm certainly having a good time as well. Okay, well, let's hear now an interview broadcast earlier on today, conducted by the up and ambitious Mike Flex.
Well, as you may know, the Winter Olympics are due to take place early next year, and tonight we have with us Britain's #1 downhiller, Konrad Bartelski.
Hello. Oh, I'm sorry.
Konrad, let me just help you up there. What are your first memories of actually tumbling down a mountain?
Well, I don't know, it's a bit of a blur, really. I was aged about 7. My parents used to take me to the local artificial ski slope and actually physically lobbed me down the hill. You see? But gradually, I grew in confidence and willingly threw myself down, actually.
I believe your initial interest was, in fact, skiing.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But I soon realised that skiing the first 100 yards and tumbling the rest of the way was a hell of a lot easier.
I notice you used the word tumble, Konrad, but I have heard the criticism levelled against you that you do, in fact, simply career helplessly.
No, nonsense. That's nonsense. Perhaps in the early days, but not now. No.
Ingmar Stenmark has described the British, if I quote him here, as a bunch of useless, clumsy bastards who can't stay on their feet for more than 30 seconds. What do you think of that?
Ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. Especially coming from Ingmar. I mean, his interpretation of tumbling leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, he spends most of his time upright. I honestly can't remember the last time Ingmar broke every rib in his cage.
How many bones have you yourself broken?
Are we talking about broken clean through or sort of...
Snapped.
Snapped, yeah. Well, there's my left leg.
That's been snapped?
Yes.
On many occasions?
Well, you know, as soon as it's ready to be snapped again, I'll snap it.
So, where do you go from here?
Well, it's all downhill from now on, actually. I said it's all downhill.
Yes, I heard.
Well, the longest trial in British legal history came to an end today, and the person who saw it come to its end was Nigel Pry.
Nigel Pry in a hushed courtroom, we're all expectant, and yes, keep quiet at the back. Sorry, me, keep quiet, yes. In a hushed courtroom, coming up big, the trial ending as the jury returns a verdict now. No, the jury returns now a verdict from them when seated up, and as I speak, it's an increasingly expectant and excited last warning at the back. Silence, a must-have. The court's rising, the foreman. Judge, have you reached foreman? We have. Judge, what? And now is your verdict all on the foreman? Eyes the moment, waiting, guilty or not, and it's judge, gavel, bang, expel man from back of court. And all now ushers, black gowns, and the verdict is out of the courtroom. Nigel Pry.
I've just been joined by the famous actress Elspeth Tyler, who has followed in the footsteps of other big Hollywood stars, and just opened in a play in the West End of London. Elspeth.
Hello, Michael.
Now, although you've made over 400 films, Elspeth, this is in fact the first time you've appeared on stage, isn't it?
That's right, Mike.
Well, let's start off by hearing an extract that we recorded from the show last night.
Damn it! I've got feelings. I've never been treated like this by any louse or bum, and I'm not taking it from you, for Christ's sake. I'm leaving you and the rest of your garbage to stew in your own goddamn stinking garbage juice.
Well, powerful stuff, Elspeth, but many of us wondered exactly what it was doing in the middle of St. Joan.
off during my entrance.
Now, you've also had the play's ending substantially rewritten.
Yeah, when I get to the stake, right, I'm dressed in a simple peasant's robe carried by 6 page boys. I get a rose-pink spotlight on my good side, and I turn to the bishop and I sing, "Come on, baby, light my fire." He starts to cry. The king sets me free. The crowd goes wild. I get my man, and the stand-in gets burned.
Tell it to you locally, wherever you are in the nation. This is Britain's first national local radio station, Radioactive.
Welcome back. Well, we come now to the first in a new series, which we'll be having every morning at 7.5 minutes past 3, in which we ask you listeners to ring up and tell us what your favourite record is. And first up on what I'm calling the... what my favourite record is, Spot, is David from Castle Combe. Hello, David.
Hello, I'd like to hear anything by Super Trash.
Well, that's short and sweet, David. Thanks for your call. And is there anyone you'd like to say hello to?
Yeah, to Diane and Deirdre, and tell them not to worry about Uncle Simon.
Okay, well, thanks for your call.
And to make sure young Timothy doesn't stay up too late.
Right you are.
And Paul will be able to pick up Auntie Hilda, but could Deirdre see the grand supper? And if Diane can see Tony tonight, give Gillian a ring to let George know who's going to take Lisa to school on Wednesday.
Right, well, here's Super Trash then.
Oh, and when Sally comes back, tell her Granny Davis is coming out of hospital Friday, so could Uncle Tommy have the car back Thursday night, or drop the keys into George in the afternoon before Sybil goes out to bingo with Glenda and Margaret at 6. Or else Margaret can get the Reynolds if Dickie isn't seeing Granny Wilkins that night, which she doesn't reckon he is, because it's her bath night.
Is that all?
No, Mrs. Orkin still can't find the car. So if he turns up around Tony and Sandra's, because she knows the kids are interested in
Ring a ring of roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down, See what the snippet is, writing hit songs like this, it's so easy. Think of the tune you knew when you were only 2. Easy, easy. Half a pound of chocolate rocks, half a pound of treacle. That's the way our music goes. Sweet, but rather feeble. Dramatic pause for thought while I think what I ought to be saying. Same tune inside my head, even when we are dead. We'll be playing. Dreamer, dreamer. Such trivial philosophy sounds profound in harmony. The sky is blue, the grass is green. Films and news with horses are obscene. The train is boring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed, banged his head, his tune is getting boring. So we sing la 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 la
Well, that was a track from the latest Super Trash album, and looking at the album sleeve, I see that the track is actually on the album, which I just played. Well, the time going swiftly going by, and let's now hear from our delightful Lascivia. Not in person, of course, with a time at 8 3/4 seconds past 3, but earlier today she was given the chance to leave her job behind the counter of the radioactive shop and broadcast her very first news bulletin.
Here is some news from Scotland. Yard-long serving members... Sorry. Here is some news from Scotland Yard. Long-serving members of the police force were today involved in a hunt for 4 masked bank robbers and their ringleader, apparently Sir Kenneth Newman. Is offering assistance to the local police force a good idea? Not really. A hunt for 4 masked bank robbers and their ringleader. Apparently, Sir Kenneth Newman is offering assistance to the local police force. A good idea, not really recommended for younger listeners, though, is to tackle the gang. And finally, several illegal immigrants were arrested in the street earlier today. And stripped to the waist as usual, Jan Leeming will have the details in the But now it's time for our agony phone-in programme. So it's goodbye from me, radioactive jingle. So it's goodbye from me.
Radioactive.
Hello, and today we're dealing with the problems of agoraphobia. If you're wanting any advice, then why not give us a ring now? And in the studio just across from me, ready to answer your calls, is our resident doctor.
Good morning.
Mr. Colin Collingdale, chairman of the Agoraphobic Society.
Hello.
And Mrs. Dorothy Bliss, secretary to the assistant chairman of the Agoraphobic Society.
Good morning.
Mr. Jonathan Dick, the legal advisor to the Society.
Hello.
Mr. Ralph Tinney, the treasurer of the Society.
Hello.
Lord and Lady Farrah Fitzwaller, principal patrons of the Society.
Hello.
And their family, John, Graham, Paul and Deborah Farrah Fitzwaller.
Hello.
The Right Honourable Geoffrey Weedle, head of the Board of Governors.
Good morning.
And the Board of Governors.
Good morning.
Mr. John Guthridge, the spokesman for the 36 remaining members of the Agoraphobic Society. And the 36 remaining members of the Agoraphobic Society. And they're all in the studio waiting to answer your calls if you have any problems concerning agoraphobia. So, are you all comfortable in there?
Yes.
Good. Well, not too squashed. Good, because I'm afraid I've just heard over my headphones that our telephonist is off sick today, so we can't take any incoming calls.
I listen to my radio. We listen to our radio. We take it everywhere we go. We always listen to the My Channel Show.
It's the happy time of 11 minutes past 3, and at about this time yesterday afternoon, we broadcast a deeply sensitive autobiographical study of one man's psychiatric problems and how he came to terms with them, entitled Hey, Look at Me, I'm Bonkers. And that was followed by our weekly look at the world of cinema.
The success of Richard Attenborough's award-winning film about the life of Gandhi has been largely attributed by experts to Richard Attenborough's pronunciation of the title Gandhi. And as a result, we hear that Walt Disney Productions are to re-release their 1930s classic retitled Bambi. On television, the BBC will be rerunning their popular children's show to be renamed Andy Pandy. And at Pinewood Studios, work will start next month on the remake of the British film Sandy Bloody Sandy.
On late night radio.
Repeat after 3.
Well, so much for that. Well, despite the recent reshuffle here at Radioactive, Anna Dapter has managed to cling on to her midday show, whilst some other DJs have had to make do with broadcasting at a rather less prestigious hour. It's 14 minutes past 3 in the morning, so let's now hear the extract from Anna's apparently popular programme.
Hello. With me now is Dr. Evelyn Scott, a professor of psychology, who's recently completed a study of humour and whose findings are now published in this book entitled The Joke.
Yes, well, I concluded that basically there are 3 types of joke in the world.
Yes, and they are...
They are firstly the jeu de mots, or play on words sort of joke.
Yes, that's like, my wife's gone to the West Indies, Jamaica. No, she went of her own accord, is it?
Sorry?
My wife's gone to the West Indies. Jamaica? No, she went of her own accord. That sort of joke.
She went of her own accord.
Yes. Did Jamaica? No, she went of her own accord.
Did Jamaica? Where's that?
No, sorry. Perhaps it's the way I'm telling it.
No. Example of what I mean is the joke about a man going into a baker's and asking for a loaf of bread. The baker saying, do you want brown or white? And the man saying, I don't mind. Do you see? sort of joke?
Yes, it's very funny. What about the second category, then?
Well, the second sort of joke is based on the comedy of ideas, the idea of something being funny.
I see. My mother-in-law's so fat that when she walks down the street, all the weighing machines jump back into the chemist's.
Is she? I'm so sorry to hear about that.
No, that was the joke.
Oh, no, weighing machines can't jump. They're great big heavy things.
Yes, I mean, I realise...
No, if you could just return to the subject of humour for a moment. The final category is the slapstick joke, the comedy of the banana skin, as someone once called it.
Ah, a man walking along and slipping over a banana skin.
Where?
No, I was giving it as an example again.
Slipping over on a banana skin?
Yes. Well, thank you, Dr. Scott, for talking.
Well, not at all.
And from me now, it's goodbye.
From me now, it's goodbye. Very good.
Time for radioactive, the local time, commercial time,
Hello, Mary.
Hello, June. I've just popped round with little Timmy. He isn't very happy.
How can you tell?
Because he's crying, June.
How do you know that?
Because I can hear him, June.
Oh, yes.
I think it's because of his rash. I can't seem to get rid of it.
Ah, what you need are cutie cozy continental comfy pads.
Cutie cozy continental comfy pads?
Cutie cozy comfy pads keep baby comfy clean all day long.
Oh, how do they do that, June?
Cutie cozy comfy pads go squeezy wheezy, comfy easy coo.
Go what, June?
Coochie wheezy, cuddly swaddly googly boogly boo, scoozy goozy woozy.
If you want the best, then just say cutie cozy comfy pads.
Slow belly, wiggly,
June, for God's sake, shut up.
Not £200.
Not £100.
Not £50.
Not £40.
Not £20.
Not £10.
Not £5.
Not £1.
Not 50p.
Not 1p.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
No, we will pay you.
Not 1p.
Not 5p.
Not 50p.
Not £1.
Not £5.
Not £10.
Not £100.
Not £200.
Not £500.
We will pay you any bloody figure you care to mention.
But for God's sake, please!
Advertise on Channel 4.
After 3.
Welcome, rest. Welcome back. It's 14 minutes to Betty Buys, and time for our, exciting big weekly serial broadcast live this afternoon.
We present the penalty mate... the penal time... the last but one episode of the murder of James Llewellyn Jones. Pursuing the murderer of an unidentified and horribly mutilated corpse, Inspector Jefferson and Sergeant Black have traced a size 11 boot left by the body to the shop of Reuben Goldberg, who has sent them to Dr. Alistair McGregor, who has been shot.
Oh. Dr. McGregor's been shot, Inspector.
Yes. Does anyone else live in this house, Sergeant Black?
No. There's only Mrs. Anderson, his housekeeper, who comes in once every week, sir.
Anything special about her?
Not that I know. Oh, except she has one eye, size 11 feet, a large birthmark in the shape of a croissant. And always takes a hunting rifle with her wherever she goes.
One eye, size 11 feet, a birthmark in the shape of a croissant, and takes a hunting rifle with her wherever she goes. I think we'll pay a visit to Mrs. Anderson.
Right.
There's the house. Now let's take it nice and slowly, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Anderson, I'm Sergeant Black. This is Inspector Jefferson.
Oh, hello.
It's about Dr. McGregor, Mrs. Anderson. You see, I'm afraid he's been murdered. You see, I'm afraid he's been murdered.
Oh, how terrible. But why should anyone want to murder Dr. McGregor? He was so kind, gentle and generous.
I understand you always carry a hunting rifle, Mrs. Anderson.
Aye, that's right.
It was used to murder Dr. McGregor. Used at the point-blank range that only someone with one eye would need to fire from. You!
No!
Yes!
No!
You murdered him for his boots!
No!
You've got the same size feet!
Aye, but...
You killed him!
Oh, all right, I killed him!
Then why?
Ask!
Yes!
Ask!
Yes!
Ask Reuben Goldberg!
Reuben Goldberg, but Inspector, he's the person who used the person who sent us to Dr. McGregor in the first place. Why?
Why? There's no time to explain. No. Just remember that I'm the inspector and you're the sergeant. And she's the one-eyed housekeeper who murdered Dr. McGregor. I think.
Listen again next week to the exciting final installment.
Well, it's early morning here on Radioactive, and that was our regular serial, which makes it our early morning serial. Early morning serial. Okay, well, we're having a time here tonight of 20 past 3. I know you're having a good time, and I'm certainly having 21 past 3. Big Hand just moved on, and another chance to hear now. Well, one of the most dynamic groups, it's Squoot. Well, here's one of their records.
I didn't know what I was doing when I knocked up this girl from Tooting. I said, you go, 'cause I was plastered. She said, not till now, you sweet-talking bastard. I met an old flame up in Kilburn. We fanned the fires of love that still burn. We shared some laughs, we shared some loving. Now she has got a bun in the oven. I chatted up some good in Deptford. Just smiled and put my best foot forward. Although I never got to date her, she sure surprised me when I met her 9 months later. I met some twins who lived in Fulham and better mates that I could pull them. I took them out and in an instant, both of the girls plus their mother felt pregnant. I had a pen pal somewhere rural. I hear she had an epidural, and that's the reason I feel rough now. All of the girls I've ever known are up the duff now. I quit work at the deli, stayed home and watched the telly. I saw Liza Minnelli and Dallas with Miss Ellie, Matthew and Henry Kelly. Although I think they're smelly, I switched off Bobby Shelley and ate some vermicelli. I met my girlfriend Nellie, then my knees turned to jelly, rubbery like Pirelli, when I saw the swell of her belly. Now there's a horde of women gone mad who swear to God that I'm their kid's dad. It's not my fault, it's them that I blame. I took precautions, I gave them a false name. The effort wasn't really worthwhile. I guess I'm just extremely fertile, and that is why I'm such a cynic. These days I'm always up the antenatal clinic.
25 past. Flex again.
Yes, indeed. Right now it's time for Mike Flex's Top 10 Teasers. And playing it today on the line, we have Ron Ford from Stanmore.
No, it's Stanmore from Romford, actually.
Okay, now as you know, all you have to do is answer 10 simple questions and you win yourself a lunch, a holiday, a house, a yacht and a radioactive t-shirt. Ready, Stan?
Yeah.
Here we go then with today's Top 10 Teasers.
Top 10 Teasers.
Right, question 1. There have been several British ladies champions at Wimbledon. What was the surname of Anne...
Jones and Jones.
No, I'm sorry, what was the surname of an inventor James Watt, the inventor of the steam engine. Question 2. Tom Jones was famous in the 1960s as a...
Singer.
No, a book by Henry Fielding. Question 3. Name his first #1 record.
Who, Henry Fielding?
No, I'm afraid Tom Jones' first #1 was It's Not Unusual, and not as you said, who, Henry Fielding. Question 4 is a picture question. Who painted this?
What?
No, it was Constable. What was an inventor, not a painter? Question 5. What is a cassowary?
Oh, a flightless bird.
No, what is an inventor? I'm surprised you didn't get that. We had it twice already.
It's a cassowary.
No, I was just clearing my throat. Ready for question 6?
Yes.
No, wrong. Ready is the answer to question 7.
What was the question?
No, what was the answer to question 5 and 2? Question 8, what was...
An inventor. The inventor of the steam engine.
Let me finish a question, please. What was the film in which Humphrey Bogart played a character called Rick?
Ah, Castle.
No, not Cass, it was Casablanca.
I'm finished.
Well, it wasn't Cassowary either, I'm afraid. Question 9. Where does the name Bowie knife come from?
From Jim Bowie, hero of the Alamo.
No, I'm sorry, it comes from knife, a sharp instrument often used for cutting up food. And finally, question 10. Who is the inventor of the steam engine?
What?
I'm sorry, I can't repeat it. Stan, any idea? No idea. What a shame, bad luck. And I'm afraid that's... So the top 10 teasers remain on one for another year. Thank you very much for playing. Ron, drive carefully back to Stanmore.
Well, it's very nearly time for me to sign off. But first, here's... yes, it's very nearly time for me to sign off. But first, it's 28 minutes past. I'm... Okay. So let's hear...
Radioactive was performed by Helen Atkinson Wood, Angus Deaton, Jeffrey Perkins, Philip Pope and Michael Fenton Stevens. Music was by Philip Pope and Steve Brown. And the program was written by Angus Deaton and Jeffrey Perkins, with additional material from John Cantor, Murray Hunter, John Doherty, Roger Planer and Richard Curtis. And the producer was Jamie Ricks.
And now it's time to say goodbye to those listeners who leave us for their own programmes on Radio 4.
Radio!